Well, there's a reason that Islam and feminism get on so well, because they're both authoritarian doctrines that hate the West. There's a sort of unholy alliance, in a way that in the Soviet Union, the KGB used to call the left useful idiots, kind of doing our work for us without realizing it. Well, feminists and progressive social justice warriors, Black Lives Matter, they are ISIS's useful idiots, doing the work here at home of unraveling what makes this country great and what makes this country strong. I'm here to you as a warning from Europe, imploring you not to let it happen. Because we need you. We need America. We need America to be strong, and we need America to be free. Because without that, it's the weakest in society who get hurt first, by people like Omar Mateen. All right. Solving the hate crime hoaxes, in part, means solving society's gullibility problem. There's a reason that we believe these hoaxes every time they come and say, oh, somebody sprayed this on the wall, or they punch themselves in the face, or they set fire to their own house. And it's because we've turned victimhood into a sort of currency, and we've elevated grievance, we've elevated victims into a sort of honored status. Well, I'd like us to set that aside, and I would like for us to return to common sense. I'd like for us to return to a world in which claiming that you were the victim of a crime that never happened doesn't put you on TV, doesn't net you thousands of dollars, doesn't get you attention. We see this everywhere in society. Anita Sarkeesian is a feminist who critiques video games very poorly. We'll lighten the mood a little bit. You know, on tour, you see my tour bus, so you know on tours you're supposed to name your bus. Well, I've decided to name my bus Anita on the basis that my bus is going to be more famous than that cunt ever will be. All right. Wrap up before we get to the questions. There's some good news here for the lesbians among you. Maybe not. You're all so beautiful, it can't possibly be the case. There's some good news for you. Female sexuality is a lot more malleable than males. We know right back from the Kinsey report that women are far more likely to experiment throughout their lives with relationships with men and women. We know that women are more likely to retreat, let's say, into feminine companionship after they've had a bad relationship with a man. Men tend not to do that, on the whole. Men tend to stick to whether boys or girls, whichever it is they prefer. Women are, not literally, although there's an ad called Match.com in England where there's sort of two people stuck together and they have to walk everywhere together. It's good. Women do have malleable sexuality. The born this way thing that you're expected to believe, that gays are just born that way, and there's nothing you can do about it. What's a lie? It was invented in the 80s and 90s by the gay lobby. And it was invented because the religious right, who I don't particularly like any more than I like the feminists, to be honest, said that homosexuality was a sinful lifestyle choice. And that although they loved the sinner, they hated the sin. And this was something people should stop doing. Well, my advice to lesbians is very simple. I think as a gay man, it's possible to eke out a living and some fun. I'm sort of living proof of that. But as a gay woman, it doesn't seem to be, and you seem to be putting yourself in alarming amounts of danger for not very much reason at all. I, of course, also mean this in the sense, in gay's real sense. You can use gay to mean homosexual, but you can also mean gay. You can also use gay to mean crap, rubbish, Hillary supporting, immigrant loving, you know, that kind of gay, you know, that's gay. Everyone in this room, by the way, by virtue of attending, has acquired a lifetime fag pass. No, it's true, it's true. The lifetime retroactive fag pass. And if your professors are gay, you can maybe don't cash it in until you graduate. It may surprise some people who are angry with watching the live stream or angry with me at this point, love women, and I want them to be happy. Most lesbians aren't, and it seems as though that's an avoidable lifestyle. in a way that perhaps male homosexuality isn't. There's no reason to suppose that male homosexuality and female homosexuality would have anything to do with one another. And the data shows that they probably don't. The LGBT thing is a sort of historical anachronism. We have it because at one time it was true that there were conservative forces in society who were acting against us. Well, it isn't true now, and it makes no sense at all, and truthfully, we don't like each other very much, and we don't have much in common. Female sexuality is very malleable, and I think the more you read on the subject, the more you will discover as I have. So you go down a rabbit hole with this stuff. You get red-pilled on it, things that I can't really say on stage even, about why some women become lesbians. We have, over the last 30 years, relentlessly denigrated, demonized, and ridiculed traditional family structures and motherhood. Look at what happened when Phyllis Schlafly, the great anti-feminist, one of the bravest women who ever lived, a great conservative icon. She was wonderful. Great conservative icon died. And you had tweets from verified leftist celebrity and journalist accounts saying the most appalling things. Conservatives tend not to do that. We have more manners. But it might be time to stop being so polite. And so, if you're listening, lesbians, I implore you, if you want to get happy, suck a dick. It really works. I can promise you. All right, thank you. It's very hot up here, but I'm happy to take some questions. Does anybody have any questions on this subject or anything else? You've been a very lovely audience to listen to this for so long. I hope you've enjoyed it. Does anybody have anything they would like to ask? So I kissed Gavin McInnes at Orlando. I don't really know why. It just came over us. Yes, and the beard was. I don't normally like beards, but it was. No, it was. Takes a lot to get me to kiss a Canadian, but are the rumors of what? Who? How do I not know this? I don't know rumors about myself. Who is this person? Oh, I see. Is that because he's black? Oh. Because you think he's a homo? Oh, okay, fine. All right, okay. Oh, I don't use either. I'm famous. Anybody else? Yeah, over there. No, but it's only a matter of time. I think I might be illegal. I think I might be illegal in Europe. Oh, fine. I'll repeat the question, sorry, because people can't hear. Is it true I'm banned in England? Thanks, Sonny. Is it true I'm banned in England? Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't go back often enough to find out. No, I went back recently. So Nottingham. There's a police force in Nottingham, in England, and it's the centre of the country. It's the Midlands. It's sort of, like an old industrial town, some nice architecture, fairly normal place. The police now are saying you can get arrested for misogyny. Would you go back? I mean, no. This was probably illegal in England. In Scotland, you can be arrested for being offensive. And in Scotland, like in Canada, the police are tweeting warnings to people saying, be careful before you tweet. You may say something offensive. We're watching. Fuck that. Oh, please, America, take me in. If ever there were a strong case for taking in refugees, I implore you to consider. My case. Right? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, go ahead. Oh yes. Oh yes. And if Hillary gets in, America will never be the same again. There's no reason to. Let's not. Although, did you see that video with something metal falling out of her leg? That would have been the time for the 6 slide, all right? Okay, we haven't got it now. What? What's that? What about it? I'm fine about it, really. Oh. Well, I've never had a Cheeto. I've never had a Cheeto. So, ages ago, this is a long story. Glenn Beck keeps coming for me because basically Glenn Beck's one of those people who used to be really popular. And when people... No, I'm not being a bitch. It's true. It's true. He used to be really popular. He was sort of the cool conservative. But he isn't anymore. And we sort of exchange barbs in columns. He likes to sort of read out my stuff and scoff and virtue signal to his new liberal friends. He's the sort of safe conservative that Mark Zuckerberg can invite to Facebook, you know? And anyway, so what was the latest? The latest round of it. Oh, yes. So I reveal the parlor state of the Blaze's finances. The Blaze, if you don't know, is Glenn Beck's a lavish TV production empire which appeals exclusively to evangelical Christians aged between 78 and 82. Amazingly, it's failing. It's failing because they have no interest in engaging with the most entertaining, fun, mischievous, trolly, bitchy, brilliant, clever, and attractive bit of the conservative movement, which is Generation Trump. Now, they have no interest in engaging in that, and so I mean, we haven't been friends for a while. I released some information that nobody else knew because I have better hair and sources than any of his reporters, and I revealed that the Blaze just took out what's called a dip loan, which is a sort of last-minute, last-ditch attempt to keep the company alive while you're either looking for an investor or hoping that another investment round is going to come. It's one of those things that happens just before a company folds. And I put it on Facebook with a picture of the Cheetos leopard or whatever he is. What is he? Oh, Cheeto, I guess he is. I don't know much about the natural world. I don't get out very much. Aside from Harambe, it's the only animal I know about. So I published that, and in response, Glenn Beck sort of leapt on. So I was on ABC News, and the host was saying, you're so mean. I said, yes, America could do with a bit of meanness. Stop being nice to people all the time. It's so boring. I think I'm doing God's work, over here. And Terry Moran's like, you can see it on YouTube. It's great. Anyway, so Glenn Beck's, you're turning into the bully you hate. So it accuses me Glenn Beck accuses me of overblown rhetoric. This is the guy who sort of turned himself into an evangelical preacher for Ted Cruz, fire and brimstone, everything's going to end. And then he's left quite literally with Cheetos on his face. Anyway, so published this thing, and then I retaliated by saying, here's the real reason, Glenn Beck's mad with me. And, of course, repeated all the stuff that I knew about the Blaze's finances, and reply came there none. Next. Let's go this side. Yes, you, in the, what colour t-shirt is that? Sort of sand. Yeah. Sort of sand that's been pissed in. Go ahead.